Welcome to the Daily Globe. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. In the grand theatre of global politics, the stage is being reset. The world is no longer defined by the old certainties that once shaped international relations. Today, the very foundations of global power are shifting beneath our feet, as new actors step into the spotlight and established players adapt to a rapidly changing script. For decades, Western powers led by the US and Europe set the global rhythm, shaping finance, diplomacy, and alliances. Their influence was felt in every corner of the globe, from the boardrooms of multinational corporations to the chambers of the United Nations. The rules of the game were written in Washington, London, and Brussels, and the world largely followed their lead. But today, we're witnessing a profound shift. Power is moving from west to east and north to south. Emerging economies are rising, new alliances are forming, and the balance of influence is tilting. The world's economic and political center of gravity is no longer fixed. It's in motion, creating both uncertainty and opportunity. At the heart of this transformation is BRICS, a bloc that began as an economic label and has become a formidable political force. What started as a simple acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa has evolved into a coalition with real ambitions to reshape the global order. BRICS now stands as a symbol of the growing influence of the global South. Its recent expansion signals a global appetite for alternatives to the old order. More countries are seeking a seat at the table, eager to have their voices heard and their interests represented. The world is watching as BRICS Plus grows, challenging the dominance of traditional Western institutions and offering a new vision for international cooperation. Even countries on Europe's edge, like Turkey, are now eyeing BRICS, revealing cracks in the post-Cold War consensus. This interest reflects a broader search for new partnerships and a desire to diversify alliances beyond the traditional West. The shifting allegiances are a sign of the times, a world in flux, where old loyalties are being reconsidered. This story explores BRICS' rise, its new appeal to European neighbors, and what this means for the future of global power. As the world's political landscape is redrawn, understanding these changes is more important than ever. The choices made today will shape the world of tomorrow. The old maps are being redrawn. Understanding these changes is crucial for the next generation. As new powers rise and alliances shift, the future will belong to those who can navigate this complex, interconnected world. The shifting sands of global power are shaping a new era, one that demands awareness, adaptability, and a willingness to see the world through fresh eyes. BRICS began as a 2001 investment term, coined by economist Jim O'Neill, grouping Brazil, Russia, India, and China as the future economic giants. At the time, these countries were seen as emerging markets with the potential to reshape the global economy, thanks to their rapid growth, vast populations, and abundant resources. The acronym BRICS quickly caught the attention of investors and policymakers worldwide, symbolizing a shift in economic power away from traditional Western economies. But the leaders of these nations saw more. A shared ambition to reform global governance and challenge Western dominance. They recognized that by working together, they could amplify their voices on the world stage and push for a more balanced international system. This vision went beyond economics, touching on political influence, security, and development. In 2009, they held their first summit in Yekaterinburg, Russia, turning BRICS from a financial term into a real political bloc. This meeting marked the beginning of regular high-level cooperation, with leaders discussing strategies for economic growth, global stability, and mutual support. South Africa joined in 2010, making it BRICS and adding an African dimension. This expansion not only increased the group's geographic reach, but also brought in a new perspective from the African continent, further strengthening BRICS's claim as a truly global alliance. This wasn't just about economics, it was a statement of global intent. BRICS aimed to create a multipolar world, where power and opportunity are more evenly distributed, and where developing nations have a real say in shaping the future. BRICS created its own institutions, like the New Development Bank, to rival the World Bank and IMF. The NDB was designed to fund projects that traditional Western-led institutions often overlooked, giving BRICS countries more control over their own development. The NDB funds infrastructure and development, often in local currencies, reducing reliance on the US dollar. This approach helps member countries strengthen their own economies and build resilience against global financial shocks. BRICS is no longer just an idea, it's building the tools to reshape the world order. As the alliance grows in influence, it continues to challenge the status quo, offering an alternative vision for global cooperation and development. In 2024 and 2025, BRICS doubled its membership, transforming into BRICS Plus. Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the UAE joined, each adding strategic weight and regional influence. Indonesia's entry in 2025 cemented BRICS Plus as a truly global force. The bloc now represents 45% of the world's population and over a third of global GDP. With control over 30% of global oil production, BRICS Plus wields new economic and geopolitical leverage. Managing this diverse coalition is complex, but its scale makes it impossible to ignore. BRICS Plus is now a central player in the future of global governance and trade. Turkey, long anchored in NATO and aspiring to join the EU, is now openly courting BRICS Plus. Frustrated by stalled EU talks, Ankara sees BRICS as a powerful alternative where it could be a key player. Turkish leaders have signaled a willingness to pivot, seeking economic options beyond the West. While not yet invited, Turkey's interest is a hot topic in both BRICS Plus and Western capitals. Admitting Turkey would be a geopolitical coup for BRICS, bridging Europe, the Middle East, and Central Asia. But NATO membership complicates matters, and Ankara faces pressure from its Western allies. Turkey's BRICS ambitions highlight the shifting allegiances and new strategic calculations of our era. The appeal of BRICS lies in its promise of economic independence and political influence. For many countries, BRICS represents a chance to break free from the traditional power structures that have long shaped the global economy. It's a vision of a world where emerging economies have a real say in shaping their own destinies, rather than simply following the lead of established Western powers. Many nations are weary of a global system dominated by the US dollar and Western institutions. The dominance of the dollar means that decisions made in Washington ripple across the globe, often with little regard for the needs or priorities of developing countries. This frustration has only grown as economic sanctions and financial instability have become more common tools of Western policy. BRICS offers alternatives, like the New Development Bank, which is designed to give all members an equal voice and foster genuine partnerships. Unlike traditional lenders, BRICS institutions aim to empower countries to pursue their own development paths, free from the political conditions that often accompany Western loans. And loans from BRICS come without the usual Western strings attached. This means countries can invest in infrastructure, healthcare, and education on their own terms, without being forced to adopt policies that may not fit their unique circumstances. Lending in local currencies shields members from US policy swings and sanctions. By reducing reliance on the dollar, BRICS nations can better protect their economies from external shocks and assert greater control over their financial futures. Politically, BRICS gives countries a seat at a major table, transforming them from rule-takers to rule-makers. It's about having a voice in setting the rules of global trade, finance, and diplomacy, rather than simply reacting to decisions made elsewhere. The return of Donald Trump and a more transactional US foreign policy have only accelerated the search for alternatives. As the world becomes more unpredictable, many countries are looking for new alliances that offer stability and respect for their sovereignty. For many, joining BRICS is a pragmatic move to hedge bets in an unpredictable world. It's a way to diversify partnerships, reduce risks, and ensure that their voices are heard on the global stage. In the end, it's not just about ideology. It's a carefully calculated strategy for navigating a new era, where power is more widely shared and the rules of the game are being rewritten. In Washington and Brussels, BRICS' rise is seen as a direct challenge to the Western-led order. The inclusion of Iran and close ties with Russia and China fuel fears of an anti-Western axis. Turkey's potential membership raises alarms within NATO, threatening alliance cohesion. Economically, BRICS Plus pushes de-dollarization, challenging the US dollar's global dominance. Western leaders debate whether to confront or adapt, reforming their own institutions to stay relevant. The West must prove its system is still the best model for prosperity and stability. The competition is on, and the stakes are global. BRICS expansion signals a decisive shift to a multipolar world. Power is now distributed among several major blocs, not just the US and its allies. Alliances are becoming more flexible. Countries may partner with the US on security, China on investment, and BRICS on finance. This creates a dynamic, unpredictable diplomatic landscape where middle powers have more agency. Competing economic systems and trade blocs are emerging, breaking the old Western monopoly. A multipolar world brings both opportunity and risk, more voices, but also more instability. Navigating this new era will demand adaptability and sophisticated diplomacy from all nations. Experts are split on what BRICS Plus means for the world. Some see it as a rising anti-Western bloc, led by China and Russia, poised to challenge US leadership. Others argue it's a reformist platform, focused on giving the global South a bigger voice, not direct confrontation. Internal divisions, like the rivalry between India and China, could limit BRICS Plus's effectiveness. Still, its size and influence make it impossible to ignore. The rise of BRICS Plus forces the West to rethink its strategies and accept that the unipolar era is over. The debate reflects the uncertainty of a world in transition. We are witnessing the dawn of a new geopolitical era as BRICS Plus and shifting alliances reshape the world. The post-Cold War order is giving way to a more complex multipolar system. Turkey's interest in BRICS shows how nations are seeking flexibility and new opportunities beyond old alliances. For young people, this means navigating a world of competing narratives and power centers. The future will be shaped by the interplay of many blocs, not just one. The rise of BRICS Plus is both a challenge and an invitation to adapt, collaborate, and build a more balanced global order. Understanding these changes is the first step to shaping a stable and prosperous future for all.